Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm Amanda Head, the Hollywood Conservative, and this is your Hollywood Minute. So it seems that RINO Republicans, establishment Republicans, especially on the Senate side, are finally coming to grips with the fact that Donald Trump is going to be the nominee. I think that Donald Trump is up to 30-ish endorsements in the Senate. Of course, on the Republican side, John Thune, John Cornyn, I think Joni Ernst will probably be the next one to capitulate, but even Mitch McConnell, apparently in a closed-door meeting yesterday, was indicating that he has just basically arrived at the reality that Donald Trump is going to be the nominee, and he was talking primarily about immigration. Of course, we are seeing this struggle session between the federal government, between Joe Biden's federal Border Patrol agents and the Texas National Guard with respect to border barriers, specifically the concertina wire. So apparently in this closed-door meeting, McConnell told the Senate Republicans yesterday that the politics of the border has flipped for Republicans and cast doubt on linking Ukraine and the border. McConnell referred to Donald Trump as the nominee and noted that the former president wants to run his 2024 campaign centered on immigration, and the GOP leader said, "We don't want to do anything to undermine him." Now, here's the interesting thing about the border, because 3 months ago, 4 months ago, heck, even 2 months ago, even a month, maybe even a month ago, economy was number one consistently in the polling as far as issues that voters would be going to the polls to vote on. Economy was number two, and economy was number one, and immigration was number two. That has now flipped. Immigration is now the number one issue across the board. We saw that in Iowa and exit polls. We saw it in New Hampshire as well. New Hampshire practically could not be further away from our southern border. But New Hampshire, like a lot of other states that aren't geographically on the border, is affected by illegal immigration. Specifically for New Hampshire, it's one of those, I think it's in the top 5 states consistently ranking as far as opioid deaths. So this is an issue that stretches far across our country. It doesn't matter if it is a state that is geographically located at the border. Every state is a border state. Now, what's interesting about this to me is that, there are some members of Congress who, they're not the ones who always get the media time or the attention, but they are just absolutely spot on. One of them is a Wisconsin congressman named Glenn Grothman. And we have him on our show fairly often, and he's absolutely wonderful. And so we had him on the show last summer. John and I traveled to Wisconsin for the first Republican debate, and we had Glenn on, Congressman Grothman, in person. And what he said, Donald Trump won in 2016 because he focused on the border. Now, the thing I don't agree with him on is the fact that, this conversation was kind of premised on the fact that Donald Trump didn't win the 2020 election, which I disagree with. I think he did, and you guys know how I feel about that. Anyway, bringing the border issue front and center of his campaign, re-promising to build the wall again, I think that is the road to that's the path to victory, because we are seeing this consistently polling, again, as the number one issue that Americans are concerned about. It's not a Republican issue, it's across the board. So boy, oh boy, is this going to be a crazy year. All right, everybody, head over to my website, thehollywoodconservative.us, sign up for my daily emails, go to my pillow, use my promo code Hollywood. I'll see you tomorrow.